The B story is all about Jimmy Olsen, who's no stranger to getting superpowers in the comics. The A story, like the Facebook thing, it's complicated. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing Supergirl Episode 6, Changes. And oh boy, was this episode full of them. We have themes of who am I running throughout the whole thing. What happens when a normal person gets powers? What happens when a normal person wants to be a hero? Is it really wrong to use your God-given abilities to just get by? Is it wrong to be an enforcer for a bookie? No, that one I think we know the answer to. And what does it mean with coming out and explaining to someone you love that you're not the person they thought they were? Or maybe you're always the same person. You're just explaining that there's a little bit different in your life. All of that is pretty powerful and moving stuff in this day and age, and as usual, Supergirl doesn't shy away from it. But let's get down to what happened in this episode. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. So I don't normally do like the top 10 thing. Well, I do the top 7 thing on my other broadcast, but no, I do want to talk about the two greatest parts about this episode. And the second best one is the line that Wynn uses. I'm not the IT guy. I'm the one who knows what he's doing. I may be the best person for knowing what he's doing. And you know what? That's exactly what we need on this show. We need Wynn to have his own spot, and right now that spot is I'm the smart guy. However, as great as that is, the best thing is something I've been hoping for years. Whenever they trot out a new Superman movie, I always say the villain they should use is the Parasite. And yeah, they made some slight changes to his origin, and I'm pretty much fine with it, because they kept the important part. Energy sucker that when he drains most people just kills them, but when he drains Superman, well in this case Supergirl, he gets superpowers. As for Wynn being the guy in the van in the background, that was pretty cool too. It kind of reminds me of the first time I saw this, which was in the Gunfire comic. However, I do know that Oracle predates even that concept. But on to our alien roundup, and more things with changes. What happens when someone goes through a change and you can't explain it? Let's talk about the aliens for a second. Specifically, Mon-El, Valor. He is just a normal guy. I mean, he would stand up for someone if he saw something going on, but he isn't thinking about going out and being a hero. But he still shows up to save the day against the Parasite. And I think that's pretty cool. I like the fact that he's still trying to figure out what his place on this planet is. And I really liked him trying to help the down-and-out bum. Except now Cadmus has him, so oopsie. Then we have Megan. Megan is trying to hide who she is and not reveal it. And that's an interesting little juxtaposition from Val, who's trying to figure out who he is and just putting everything right out on the table. Because you see, Megan has this problem that she's not who she claims to be. But will she be able to come out to John? And how much of an analogy is that conversation that the Danvers sisters had twice this episode going to play for that? But you know what? I'm not going to touch on that one for now. I'm just going to say I really liked the idea of Maggie and her getting together, but I have to admit, when I saw them last week, the chemistry wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be, so I kind of like this slow and we're going to see where things go angle. And then the opposite of taking things slow. Let's talk about Jim Olsen. So, I said already that he made the mark of his own on the character, and I said that the character does have a history of getting superpowers and doing superpowered things. I also said that I really liked Wynn and the way Wynn handled the situation. But talking about Jimmy himself, you know what? The Guardian thing just didn't really do much for me. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would. I didn't love it either. I want a little more of an explanation about this lead-lined suit that must weigh a ton that he's walking around and fighting in. I want a hell of an explanation of how that shield and the electricity works, but I don't think we're going to get any of that. I think we're just going to go with, oops, alien tech. But tell me what you think down in the comments. I would like to point out that in the comics, Guardian is actually a person who works for Cadmus, so the fact that they're doing both storylines together is interesting. However, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Did you like the armor? Did you not like it? Do you like the idea of Jimmy Olsen being a superhero? Does it disgust you? Let me know down in the comments. In the meantime, we got our first commercial for the 4-night crossover. And you know what? They're labeling it Heroes vs. Aliens. I don't know why they aren't calling it Invasion, but any way you look at it, I am super psyched. I can hardly wait to see this. And I'm thinking that maybe I might have been wrong about a couple of things. But I want to know what your thoughts about this are, too. Because come November, the end of November, when we're doing this, I'm going to have to do all 4 of my reviews right away, and then maybe even put up a 5th one to wrap up the whole thing. So let me know in the comments what you think about that, too. Is there something overall in this season you've liked so far? The mid-season break is coming. And with that, we're going to have to take a look at overall what all the Brilliantiverse shows look like. So for now, what I need you to do is to hit that like, subscribe, and share button, and maybe leave me a comment for one of my questions or just something you're thinking of, because I'd like to build this community, and then maybe get us up and running so that we can discuss all of the superhero shows. For now, thanks for watching.